Installation of a vertical down adhesive anchor. For the vertical down portion of the Adhesive Anchor Installer Certification Program Performance Exam, you'll be required to install a threaded rod anchor of a specific diameter and length in the vertical down position. The embedment depth into the concrete and the tolerance on the embedment will also be provided. You will be tested on your ability to follow a generic set of manufacturer's printed installation instructions, or MPII, for selecting the proper equipment, drilling the hole, cleaning the hole, injecting the adhesive, and installing the anchor. The generic MPII will be available to you during the performance exam, and you can refer to it whenever you like. Again, note that this generic MPII is for use only in the exam and is provided to ensure consistency in exam administration from site to site. When installing adhesive anchors in the field, always refer to the product-specific MPII. The installation described and shown in this video is for a dry hole installation and may not address all types and applications of anchors. Preparation. When preparing to perform the vertical down installation, first review the generic MPII and the Materials Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS. Then assess the equipment provided for the installation. Verify that you have everything you need to perform this installation properly. Be sure to examine the available equipment carefully. Some of the equipment provided may not be appropriate for this installation. Selection of the correct equipment is a requirement of the performance exam. Drilling the hole, cleaning the hole, and safety. Now, select the correct drilling equipment for the installation according to the generic MPII. You will need to select a proper drill, the correct bit diameter required by the generic MPII, and any other available accessories such as a depth gauge or vacuum. Based on the information given to you on anchor length, diameter, and required installation depth, set the depth gauge, mark the drill bit, or use another method to attain the correct hole depth. Be sure to measure the drill bit from the shoulder, as that will be the depth to which the anchor will seat inside the drilled hole. When marking the drill bit with tape, leaving a tape flag on the side can help clear the dust from around the hole and gives you a better view of the bit at the surface of the concrete. This program requires you to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment as detailed in the MSDS and indicated by the generic MPII before beginning to drill the hole. This will include a dust mask, safety glasses, ear protection, and gloves. Drill your hole in the designated area. Ensure that the hole is drilled perpendicular to the concrete. Once you have drilled the hole to the specified depth, select equipment for hole cleaning in accordance with the provided generic MPII. This will include the proper brush type and diameter, compressed air equipment, or a manual blowout pump, and so on. Proceed to clean the hole in accordance with the generic MPII, following the specified sequence and number of blowing and brushing steps. Be careful to follow the correct order of brushing and blowing steps given in the generic MPII. A common error in adhesive anchor installation is to reverse the order of the steps. This will have a serious negative influence on the anchor performance. Remember, cleaning the hole properly is critical, as this step ensures the adhesive bonds to the concrete and helps the anchor system perform as designed. If the adhesive injection is to occur at a later time, you must take measures to ensure that no foreign substances such as water and dirt enter the hole during the interim period. If there is any doubt regarding the status of a previously drilled and cleaned hole, repeat the cleaning steps given in the generic MPII. Verify the hole depth prior to beginning injection of adhesive. This can be done by marking the anchor at the proper depth and inserting it into the clean hole. Preparing and injecting the adhesive. Verify that the adhesive is not expired by checking the expiration information on the cartridge. An expiration date is provided on the adhesive cartridge. This should be verified. In addition, the cartridge should not have been stored in conditions or at temperatures outside of the parameters specified in the generic MPII. Now, proceed to assemble the components necessary for the adhesive injection system being used for the anchor size and depth to be installed. Marking the end of the mixing nozzle in 1-inch increments may help you determine when enough adhesive has been injected into the hole. After all components are assembled, it is important to discard the initial amount of adhesive coming out of the mixing nozzle to the side until the adhesive is uniform in color. This initial amount of material is typically not well mixed and is not appropriate for use. During this step, be sure to become comfortable with the dispenser, including operation of the trigger and release, and the quantity of material that is dispensed per squeeze. Now you're ready to fill the hole. Insert the nozzle into the bottom of the hole. You must inject adhesive starting from the bottom of the hole in the manner specified by the generic MPII, stopping once you have filled the hole approximately 2/3 full. Installing the anchor. Check that the anchor is free of damage and contaminants, such as oil, grease, dirt, or water. Then insert the anchor in accordance with the generic MPII. When the anchor is in its final position, verify that the proper embedment depth has been achieved and that adhesive has filled the space around the anchor to the top of the hole. To pass the performance exam, the anchor must be installed within 3 degrees of perpendicular to the concrete surface. Once complete, protect the anchor from being disturbed for the length of time specified in the generic MPII. Likewise, do not load or apply torque to the anchor until the time specified in the generic MPII has elapsed. This concludes the demonstration of a vertical down adhesive anchor installation. For additional details regarding the requirements for passing this certification exam, refer to the information in the front of the Adhesive Anchor Installer Workbook.